Hebrews chapter 11. He who comes to God must believe that He is, and that He is a rewarder of those who diligently seek Him. Hebrews chapter 11 defines faith, and provides numerous examples of faith from the Old Testament. This chapter encourages believers to endure in their faith. They are reminded of men and women who demonstrated their faith, even though they didn't receive the fulfillment of God's promise in their own lifetimes. Exegesis by sections and verses. Verses 1 to 3. The definition of faith. The author begins by defining faith as the assurance of things they hoped for, and the conviction of things that they had not seen. Faith is presented as a confident assurance and a firm conviction, even in the absence of physical evidence. This faith is said to be what the elders were commended for, and it's by faith that we understand the universe was created by God's Word. Verses 4 to 7. Examples of faith. Abel, Enoch, and Noah. Abel offered a better sacrifice to God by faith. Enoch did not experience death, and was taken by God, because he had faith. Noah built an ark, because of his faith, and was declared righteous by God. Verses 8 to 22. Examples of faith. Abraham, Isaac, Jacob, and Joseph. This section underscores the faith of the patriarchs. Abraham obeyed God and set out for a place he was to receive as an inheritance, even though he did not know where he was going. His faith was also demonstrated through his willingness to sacrifice his son, Isaac. He believed that God could raise Isaac from the dead. Isaac, Jacob, and Joseph all demonstrated their faith through their actions and words at the end of their lives. Verses 23 to 31. More examples of faith. Moses and Rahab. The faith of Moses is portrayed in his parents hiding him, his refusal to be known as Pharaoh's daughter's son, his leading of the Israelites, and the Passover event. Rahab also is commended for her faith in hiding the spies and is spared from her city's destruction. Verses 32 to 40. Examples of faith continued, and a better promise. The author lists more examples of faith, including Gideon, Barak, Samson, Jephthah, David, Samuel, and the prophets. Through faith, they conquered kingdoms, administered justice, and obtained promises. Despite their faith, they did not receive what was promised in their own lifetime. God had something better planned, so that they would not be made perfect without us until after Jesus arrived. Overall summary. Hebrews chapter 11 is a robust exposition on the nature of faith and its importance in the believer's journey. Using the examples of the Old Testament, the author demonstrates that faith involves trust and obedience to God's Word, even when the promised outcome is unseen. This chapter serves as a crucial encouragement for believers to persist in faith, knowing that those who came before also faced trials and tribulations, yet held on to their faith in the promises of God.